Gross and muddy, lots of grime, lots of slime everywhere. Dirty Jobs is back on TV. That's a bar of soap. It's made of hair. You get the idea. See you Sundays.
Mike Rowe.
Jeff.
It is always a pleasure to speak to you, my friend. It's one of my highlights of my day.
Holy cow. I had no idea. Well, let me make sure I got my A game ready to go here.
You always have your A game ready to go. You're America's American. So,
wow. America's American. I've never heard those words grouped up like that. I'll take it.
I came up with it. Yeah, because that's what I think you are. You're America's American. So
thanks, man.
New season of Dirty Jobs. I know your goal, Mike, is to find the dirty jobs the better, but this season seems like one of the dirtiest. I mean, it's just it just seems like you just find the worst jobs out there every season. I think you're done, and then you surprise me.
Look, every time I think I'm out, they suck me back in, and sometimes I used to blame Discovery, right? You're like, God, this network just won't let it go. But it's not Discovery. It's not the network. It's not the production company. It's the viewers, man. They have programmed this show from season 2. And so when you look at these shows and when you look at, like, that's a pool behind me. I'm not on a lawn. That's 6 inches of algae on top of the dirtiest pool in America. And I cleaned it one day with a father and a son. And people say, Mike, how'd you find that pool? How'd you find those guys? And it's like, well, I didn't. They found me. They wrote in and said, Mike Rowe, we got a swimming pool. It's going to make you throw up in your mouth. You're going to love it. Come on out and see. And so I do.
I love it. In some of the other jobs you have this even beaver relocator. Is that anything like Witness Protection Program?
It is, only with long, flat tails. And the witnesses have buck teeth and they chew trees. Yeah. Up in, where was I, Utah, they had a real problem. These beavers were making their dams and flooding streams, and the water was going down into these sheep meadows, and the sheep were getting stuck in the mud. And so the farmer, like, we got to do something with these beavers. So, once upon a time, you used to trap them and kill them or eat them or make hats out of them or whatever. But nowadays, we don't do that kind of thing. We relocate them. We bring them into a facility. We sex them because it's important to know what sex a beaver is before you relocate it. And we put a tracking chip in its tail, and then we drive them up into the mountains and we build a dam with them and make sure they're comfortable in their new location. So yeah, it's a job, dude. What can I tell you?
I think you're taking Bob Barker's advice seriously when it comes to controlling the pet population. Feral cat fixer. I mean, I'm watching you almost perform surgery. It just looks really strange.
It's not almost. They let me go in search of a testicle that failed to descend. You'll love this, right? So when you castrate or neuter a feral cat, you mark it, because if it gets captured again, right, you want to make sure people understand. Well, I mean, you would think, why do you have to do that? You can just look and you can see that it's been castrated. But if the testicle doesn't descend, if it stays up there like in the inguinal, like a hernia, then you have to go rooting for the testicle, because even though it didn't descend, it can still create the sperm that will allow it to impregnate more cats. Anyhow, we went on this incredible search for a testicle that didn't descend inside this cat, whose name I forgot. And when I finally found the thing, it was such a small victory, but man, I felt good about it. I actually held the little testicle up to the camera, and I think I said, America, I had a ball. And somehow or another, it made its way into the show. So,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's my life now, right? I'm just trying to amuse myself as best I can and hopefully not make any cat enemies.
Well, Mike, if you can't make it anymore in dirty jobs or in broadcasting, I think you have a wonderful future as a singer, because your Xmas jingle for the show to Deck the Halls was just absolutely hysterical.
Thank you. This is weird to say, but I'm strangely proud of that. I was talking to the promo guys, and I was in the booth narrating Deadliest Catch, which is also like season 19. And when I got done, I said, what if we just rewrite the words to Deck the Halls? And they're like, go ahead. So I wrote like 14 verses. We recorded it right there, and 2 days later they turned it into what I think is one of the most joyful promos I've ever seen. And on a personal level, it just makes me laugh to think whoever wrote Deck the Halls, right, is now hopefully looking down from on high, going, I never really associated my song with the cat testicle before, but here it is. It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Look, you start my day off with a great laugh, and I've watched for a couple episodes of Dirty Jobs. It's disgusting, and what you do for your fans is just amazing, Mike. So,
well, thank you.
Thanks so much for joining me this morning, and it's always a pleasure. And a cat testicle. I'm gonna be laughing all day. All right, I'm gonna laugh all day. So
that's why I'm here, bringing small amounts of joy to people on the internet.
Come visit us in Las Vegas soon, Mike. We'd love to have you.
I'll be there. Thanks, pal.
Take care. Merry Christmas.
You too.